Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. This is Nuftings with another episode of Nufting Speaks. Now, this video, this recording, this breakdown of a story, well, I never thought I'd have to do it, but I have to now. So, as you know, if you've been following me, which is not many people, but whoever follows me, thank you. All right. If you know me, I deal with a lot of questionable people, like really and truly, like 100% what's wrong with you kind of people, right? So, and I've been dealing with this stuff for years, but now I'm able to speak on it and really, get to the meat and potatoes of it, right? Well, I am a father of two. My daughter is 12 and my son is 11, I think. Yeah. They're with me full time, 100% all day every day. Sometimes I'm like, "Can you guys get lives? Like go away." But I love them. On their mother's side, me and their mother get along. Um, we're actually very close, but her family is terrible. They're unbelievable. If I were to sit here and write down everything and then explain everything to you, this video would be 10 hours long. So I'm going to try to get to the main points of everything. I just wasted a minute and 30 seconds. But anyways, this is concerning my kid's grandfather on their mother's side. So we're going to call him Pain. No, not Pain. Pain's a terrible name. We're going to call him, oh, God, I need to think of a name. We're going to name him James. All right. So James is a white guy. He married a Filipino and they had three kids. So they had a son, they had a daughter, which was my baby mama, and then another daughter, which is, a little sister, right? The father is a very interesting guy because, and not in a good way, he's perverted, like literally. And that's not even the big thing. Like there's other things too that makes this guy completely ridiculous. So going back years ago, I'll give you a little context. So he doesn't like colored people, which is weird because he married a Filipino. I don't know. He doesn't like colored people of any sort, but he really hates black men, which is weird. So, I mean, but it's typical, right? Doesn't like black men. And he feels like black men are monkeys or whatever. And it's like, dude, you're an idiot. But he's like 66 and he told me, and I am actually mixed with, Indian, white, black, like I'm mixed up. I'm like rainbow. He told me that if I grew up with him, I'd be his slave. And I'm like, slave? Bro, you're not even like 100 years old. Like, I mean, like, bro, the slavery was years and years ago, so I don't know where you got the slave thing from. Because apparently he's from Detroit. So, but he was born in Canada, but his daddy's from Detroit. Anywho, he's one of those guys, right? But because, I had kids with his daughter, you try to get along with him. But he's one of those guys that likes to hit people for no reason. Like he'll just get mad and just hit you, right? So in Canada, we have rules where if someone hurts you, you hurt them back the same extent that they hurt you. So if you get stabbed, you can't shoot them. You have to stab them. It's some weird crap like that. So one day, when I was like, when my daughter was first born, she's like 6 months old, he decided to get mad at me over some stupidness and punch me in the face. And he's hit me before, like kicked me in my back when I was hugging somebody. And like, just like, there's so many things he did. So this time I clocked him back. And it was a colored man hitting a white man. So he was like all messed up. I messed up his eye. Um, you know, he bled like crazy. It was ridiculous. But he didn't do any damage to me. So when I got arrested, it was like a huge thing. Like it was like, oh my God. Um, you spending a night in jail, got to get court. Like I just spent a whole bunch of time in jail. It was like a night, right? But like then you have to go to court, you got to do this, got to do that. But me and him don't like each other at all, right? And there was another time when he had said to me, this is after I knocked him out. You figure after you get knocked out, you shut up. He then told me, oh, me and my wife are going to take away the kids from you and this and that. And I'm like, really? Take away the kids from who? Me? What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. So we got into another thing and I slapped him around. Like I literally slapped him in the face. But at this point, it was just me and him. Nobody was there. Like when I knocked him out, his wife was there. So she's like, oh my God, he hurt my husband. Like, yeah. Now, as the story progresses, you're going to see that the mother is just as bad as the father, but in a different way. So now we're going to jump forward a little bit. So he is notorious for being very touchy with people. Like, hence the reason why my daughter doesn't ever be around him, because the mother, as in, my daughter's mother, baby mama, she doesn't want to leave her dad alone with this guy. So with that, she doesn't want to leave my daughter alone with him at any point. It's like that's how bad it is. So he's been known to, like, one of the aunties, he had a huge crush on her, and she's married to baby mama's uncle, right? So there'd be pictures of him like grabbing her boobs and stuff, and like no one ever corrects him. Like, why would the husband not do something? But as we move on, there was a little incident that happened. I'll just give you a little scope on how he is, right? There's way more, but I'll be here for hours. So this weekend, so right now it's Tuesday the 18th, right? Is it the 18th today? Yeah, it is. So on Sunday, there was a baptism for one of the kids, right? The kid's like, almost 2. They have a little baptism. So he goes. Now, now mind you, this guy's like 68 or something, like almost 70. This guy goes up to the mother of the girl that was having the baptism. So let's call her Vicky, right? So he goes up to Vicky and says, man, if I was 20 years younger, I'd take you out. So she's like, what? He's like, oh, I take you out to dinner, and clap them cheeks. He didn't say clap them cheeks, but that's really what he was trying to say, right? Like, let's be real here. Like, what else was he trying to do here? So she was extremely offended, and she was like, yo, what the hell? And she's like very upset because, ew, in her eyes. And mind you, she's very attractive, blonde hair, Greek, gorgeous. But him doing that is like, why would you do that? Now, one of the cousins, as in the cousin that he said something to, she is actually the sister of that Vicky girl's fiance, because they plan to get married in like May or something, right? So he goes up to this girl. Let's call her Claire. So Claire is the cousin. So he goes up to Claire before they have like a family photo and says the same thing. But here's where it gets interesting. He grabbed her butt. She's 30 years old, right? She was extremely upset, right? Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, see, I deal with a lot of Jamaicans, and if you go grab a Jamaican woman, no matter how old or whatever, and that kind of stuff, like, it doesn't matter, like, grab her, make her feel uncomfortable, she's going to either yell at you or punch you in the face, right? So these girls get very worried and stuff, and I don't know why, and nothing ever happens. So now the husband or the fiance of Vicky, let's call him ER, right? So ER found out about this. He gets upset, which understandably, yes, get upset. He goes up to him, up to the father. I forgot what I named him. What the hell did I name him? I don't remember what I called him. So let's just call him my kid's grandfather, whatever. So he goes up to him and he goes, look, man, I don't like what you did, which is respectable, man. You got to defend your fam, right? We need to step outside. So now, dude is like, yo, why? Like, he's shook. And it's like, bro, I heard this and I'm like, yo, he got scared. He got shook. Thank God. But, he does that. And he just stands there like a little girl, apparently. Like, he wouldn't go outside. He like, yo, you crossed the line, homeboy. and now you're gonna get dealt with and you're gonna pussy out, bro. At least stand on business. Like, what you doing, bro? So see, now I'm gonna get real loud because this situation is, it was so needed, because when I knocked him out, right, I was blacklisted from the family, and so were my kids, right, because my son was born after that, right. Like, they blacklisted me. And here's what's fucked up. You see, the mother of ER and Claire, she was the one that went against me and said, "Oh, you're an asshole. Why would you hit him? He's a good man." Now, karma hit her in the ass cheeks because that same man that you were defending against, I was is now touching up your daughter, which he's done before, right? And touching up your son's fiance. And the joke is, ER and his name is Wayne. I'm gonna call him by his fucking name. ER and Wayne have an issue because his daddy ain't around. So Wayne would always talk shit to ER and say, "Yo, you ain't shit because your daddy ain't around." And they would have these fucking shit, and he would just leave. And I'm like, yo, if a man like that or any man comes up to me and starts dogging me because I don't have a daddy, I don't know my daddy, and you come step to me like that, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Like, we're fighting, bro. But ER doesn't want confrontation. But you see, the problem is sometimes we need confrontation because this guy's been doing this for years and nothing ever happens. So today I find out that Wayne's wife calls baby mama and says, "Yo, what happened?" And so baby mama, she's upset about it because she was there and she saw it all. She's like, "Yo, this shouldn't have happened. This happened, blah, blah, blah." So I said to her, I go, "Yo, let her talk, bro. I want to hear what your mom says." So she's like, "All right." So she lets her mom talk. Yo, this mother making all the excuses for Wayne, bro. And I'm talking like, "Oh, he was just joking. I don't understand why girls are so emotional now. He's just joking. Why do they take it so seriously? Blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this woman? Like, till now, you still doing that, bro? So I'm like, all right, that's whack. So she kept going on. And she's like, "Oh, I don't like what's going on because I don't know why ER wants to fight him. Like, now my husband doesn't understand what he did wrong and like blah, blah, blah." And I'm looking at baby mama and I'm like, yo, is this woman serious right now? Like, is she real? Like, is this a bot? Because homeboy is crossing the line nonstop. How are you not saying something? Like, what do you mean? So then she says, well, because they're getting married, ER and Vicky are getting married in May. She then says, "Well, I'm not going to the wedding anymore because, I don't like how they're treating my husband and whatever." And I'm like thinking to myself, hold on. Yo, he touched your niece. He told your niece he wants to clap them cheeks. He told that to your nephew's fiance. He grabs your sister-in-law boobies in pictures. He takes another one of her nieces, and you know how in the Filipino culture, a lot of cultures do this. You'll have like a 60-year-old, and she'll have a niece that's like 60 years old, like, but they're not really related. He will at get-togethers, because I seen this one. This is before I got blacklisted. He would take the niece, and he'd put her on his lap, and she'd be fighting to get off, and he's like, "Oh no, to sit on my lap." It's like, and the mother just like, "Oh, he's just joking." Like, bro, are you Stevie Wonder? Do you need some better glasses? How is he joking? Okay, fine. Ha ha ha. How is that funny? I'm not laughing. None of us are laughing. Like, people are uncomfortable. Why is this dude not in jail? Like that, like, when I heard that ER wanted to beat his ass, I was like, bro, I'll take him for a drink. I was so proud of him for standing up and saying, "Nah, fuck you, bro." Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what is with this man? And like, what do you call it, bro? Like, I don't even know what you call the work. I can't think right now because I'm so irritated. Like, where you just like make excuses for every enabling. She enables this man to continue on. Why is this happening? I don't understand. Like, no wonder why people hate people. Like, this is ridiculous. And I was sitting there, like, I was talking to baby mama, and I'm like, yo, what is with this guy? What is with your mom? Like, why is she allowing this to continuously happen? Why? What is he doing? Like, I don't like this. Okay, it's not like he's rich. He's broke. He was a dishwasher for 30 some odd years. The man can't even read. Yo, y'all, he can't even read. Like, dude, he can't read. Like, how can you not? And it's not like this guy's from like another country, has another, like, this English is his second language or something like that. No, he's literally born in Canada. English is his number one language, and he can't read. Yeah, and yet he was a dishwasher. Cool, you kept the job for 30 years. Whatever. He can't read. He was a dishwasher. Why the hell are you treating him like this guy is like Elon Musk or something? Like, it's like, if he was rich, I can get it a little bit, but yo, he's broke. He has no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like this guy has family wealth, or, you know, he's like making six figures a year or anything, bro. Like, there's nothing about this guy that makes him, you look at him and go, man, he stands out. No, he's nothing like that. He's the biggest goofball on the planet, has a dad bod, right? Apparently, because I don't really know him personally, like how he lives. Well, yeah, I sort of do. He doesn't. He's very nasty. He doesn't cook. He doesn't clean. He doesn't bathe. Apparently, he doesn't brush his teeth. He has like fungus feet. Like, dude, like, you know those people that have like the big long yellow toenails and they look like saber tooth fingernails in Wolverine. Like, that's how his toes are. He doesn't wear deodorant. He doesn't shower. Apparently, if you give him tacos and he's driving, like, that's the joke, he can actually drive, which is hilarious. He will shit himself, and then his wife cleans it up for him. Like, his wife literally will wipe his butt for him. But he's not disabled. There's nothing wrong with him when it comes to that. And it's like, bro, what is going on with these people, man? I don't understand. Like, I just can't fathom any of this anymore. Like, I've been around this for like 20 years, and it's like, yo, is this ever going to end? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Anyways, that was my story on this guy. I hope you enjoyed it, because honestly, I feel a little better telling it, because it really was upsetting. Because remember, I have a daughter too, and it's like, how would I feel if some old 60 some odd year old man grabbed my daughter's booty? Like, I'd be grabbing his booty, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. It just none of it's right to me. It's actually so sad. You know, like, I feel like the mother should jump in and save something, like, you know, not save something, like, say something, like, but you're just enabling it. Like, when is it going to end? You know, when? I don't know. Anywho, that was my video. There's way more to it, but I don't want to keep you here forever. But thank you for listening. I hope that, you know, if you have any questions to ask me, I'll answer them, and I'll be like, yeah, he's a punk. But yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.